What is up, everybody? I am your host, Big Joe, and alongside me, as always, I have my esteemed and humble co-host, Mr. Julio the Don. Tell him what's up, Julio.
What it do, baby?
Man, we got to get into these playoff football games. We made our predictions.
We did.
It does appear Joe Stradamus
You
was batting 1,000, my boy.
Yeah. I have to take my hat off to you. This weekend, you got me. You got me. But it was because of the two games that we disagreed on.
Okay.
And both of those games went into overtime to decide the fate of those teams. So, yeah, it was a damn good. If you missed any of the NFL playoffs, the divisional round this past weekend, you missed out on all 4 phenomenal fucking games. They were all really good. I think there was only one that was very lopsided, which was the Seattle against San Francisco, which I didn't think that one was going to be that lopsided. At least I didn't think that. Me and Joe both called the New England against Houston game being very lopsided. And surprisingly, it wasn't as lopsided as we thought.
Lots of turnovers in that game.
Lots of turnovers. But yeah, man. Hell of a weekend for football. A lot of surprising developments after the fact of some of these games. So we'll get into that in a minute. But, Joe, I do have to take my hat off to you. Congratulations, sir. You did outbest me this weekend. So Joe Stradamus was correct.
I tried to tell you, bro, I know ball. It's what I do.
Right.
And it was on full display this past weekend. But I think the glaring thing that I saw this weekend that I think I was talking to you about, if not, I was talking to Rubes about it, was the difference in the physicality, what I saw from these teams and their defenses,
yes,
as opposed to what we see in-house. It is a stark contrast. There is no comparison between the defense and the physicality here in Dallas versus what we saw in the playoffs. These guys were bringing the wood. It was full contact, aggressive. You got 11 guys running to the ball. Everybody's in attack mode. I like to see that from a defense. I'm like, damn, where they do that at? Because they don't do it here.
Obviously everywhere else but here.
I'm sitting here like, y'all got any more of them defenses?
But that's also, it all goes back to, also the coordinator, the coaching staff. I think we've talked about that in the past, in regards to our defense here in Dallas. But, to see defenses actually play defense for a change and make a difference for their team, bro, night and day. But before we jump into all that real quick, let me just go over the divisional round scores real quick, just so that way you guys, those of you that missed all the games, you have kind of a where everything was at. And I'll start off with the Buffalo-Denver game. That was a let me just say that game was fucking phenomenal. Defense flying all over the field, back and forth with the scoring. To tell you that it went into overtime and was decided in overtime tells you everything about
after both teams had the football.
Bro,
I think both teams had the football
twice before finally Denver won that game on a field goal. On a field goal, they won that game in overtime. So that was a phenomenal. Josh Allen had a hell of a game, bro. When I say a hell of a game, I mean a hell of a game against Denver. Am I upset that he came up short? Of course, because I had them picked. I know you picked the Broncos to go all the way. And
I'm amending that pick, by the way.
We'll get into that in a minute.
Yeah.
But I know that you had them picked all the way, but I know that was the one that you said it's like trying to pick your favorite kid. It's kind of hard to determine which one you want to pick. But you ultimately went with the Broncos, who won, which is good. But for a minute there, Buffalo almost had their ass, boy. It was a close game, but a great game at that. And then after that, you had the Seattle Seahawks at home playing the 49ers, put in B to A all damn game. Now, that was a game that was super surprising to me. You know, it started off kind of slow, but once Seattle picked up, bro, it's like they put their foot down on the pedal and never let up. Not one fucking minute, bro. To tell you that the score was 41-6 in the divisional rounds for the playoffs. Now, mind you, everybody's been talking about it almost all week that apparently the San Francisco was dealing with a lot of injuries. There was a lot of pieces that they were missing. But man, the way
San Fran dealt with defensive injuries and injuries in general all year.
Yeah.
And the fact that they made it that deep into the playoffs, kudos to that whole squad, bro.
Hell
because they were playing with 4th, 5th, and 6th stringers at some point, and they still had a good enough record in a division that still had the Rams and the Seahawks.
Yep.
3 teams in that division go to the playoffs. No shade towards the 49ers.
None whatsoever. But they did end up losing 41-6 against the Seahawks. Then we moved to Sunday. Sunday we had a couple of damn good games as well. You had New England at Houston. New England winning that game 28-16. Whole lot closer than what I expected it to be. Again, another phenomenal defensive performance by Houston and by New England as well. But
New England was racking up those turnovers, bro.
But New England was just it just goes to show you when you have all the not perfect, but all the good pieces in place where you need them to be. Their running game is phenomenal. Drake May has been playing lights out. I don't care what you say about the kid. The guy has been playing lights out. He's been playing like somebody who's been in that position plenty of times before. I don't know if he's channeling his inner Tom Brady right now.
Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr.
But the dude looks phenomenal. So kudos to them for winning that game, and kudos to the Texans for making it that far. Their defense was playing lights out. But hey.
Texas, bro. Ain't nobody trying to root on no Houston Texans, bro. All the shade on Houston.
This guy. And then lastly, for the Sunday games, we had the Chicago Bears against the LA Rams. And boy, oh boy, another one that went into overtime. This was another one of those games that me and Joe split when we were picking these teams. I picked Chicago because they were at home. And they had been playing lights out, and Joe picked the Rams. And it came down again to overtime to decide the fate of that game. The Rams ended up winning, though, 20-17, making it to the conference championship this week coming up. So, what can I say? The only thing that I can say about that game, the thing that sticks out in my head, bro, the fadeaway fucking pass
to send it to overtime?
To send it to overtime, bro.
Crazy.
Oh, my God. I think that whole entire stadium lit up after that fucking pass, bro. My man hit him with the dirt.
I would have never had that on my bingo card of how we're going to make it to overtime in this game.
Yeah.
Because they started like on the 18 or something, and he ended up throwing it from like the 45. Like, it was just out there crazy. I was like, what is he doing? When he started running backwards, I was like, yeah, this game's over.
That's a wrap. It's game's over, yeah.
Just gets it over the defender.
Wrong.
Back in the end zone. Komet wide open, just.
But it was a damn good game, bro. It was a damn good game. Really, really good. As far as Chicago goes, man, as far as deep as they made it into the divisional round, also hats off to them. They played a phenomenal game. I mean, can't say nothing that bad about it. They made it deeper than we did. Hell, we didn't even make the playoffs. So
Ben Johnson took a team that had a losing record under Matt Eberflus last year, and in 1 year made them a playoff contender. Not only made them a playoff contender, but had them within striking distance of an NFC championship game.
Yeah.
Coaching matters.
It does. Very, very much so. So
that's all I'm going to say.
Yeah. And now we go into the conference championship weekend. 2 games. The NFC championship game to decide who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl, and the AFC championship game, who will decide who represents the AFC going into the Super Bowl. You have Denver at New England. 2 teams that I said at the beginning would be going, one of those teams would be going to the Super Bowl. And Seattle against the LA Rams, which you couldn't have put that on my bingo card. For shit, you couldn't have put that on my bingo card. To tell you that they had the 5th seed overall and they made it all the way to the NFC Championship, bro. Damn. So let's do this, Joe.
Okay.
It's conference championship weekend.
Yes.
We'll start with Seattle against the Rams. Who do you got winning that game?
Seattle just looks like they are the more well-rounded, more well-prepared, and they're obviously the more rested football team.
Mm-hmm.
Give me Seattle because they're playing in Seattle.
Yep.
Give me Seattle.
Well, I'm going to play devil's advocate on that one because the last time they played the Rams, it was fucking close. Really, really close.
Well, the last time they played the 49ers, it was 13-6, and look what happened.
True. Yeah, that is also true.
Look what happened when you gave them a little rest.
But we also got Puka Nacua, Devontae Adams, Matthew Stafford, and company. I'm going to give them a better chance than I would have given the 49ers to give them.
Seattle just has, if Seattle
they
can
do
control
have the better
clock
mm-hmm.
and they can just control time of possession and run the rock, they'll be fine. I would not try to make Sam Darnold do too much. I would not put it in his hands. I'm like, okay, let's just let our defense and our running game do what they do.
It's going to be an interesting one, but I'm going to go with the Rams on this one for that one. For that one, I'm going to go with the Rams. So we'll see.
Okay.
Next one, AFC Championship game. You've been riding Denver this whole time, but it's Denver against New England, bro. And who do you got?
New England. We're doing things the Patriot way.
For those of you that don't know, at the end of the game between them and Buffalo, Bo Nix somehow or another had some sort of fucking break in his foot or ankle or something, and he has been ruled out for the remainder of the season. Which
he had surgery on Monday,
so he's not going to be playing. I don't know who his backup is.
Jarrett Stidham.
Jarrett Stidham.
Yeah.
There you go. Who?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, oh no. Who is that?
So I'm going to go with New England to win that game.
New England's winning that game. Drake May's been playing out of his mind. Bo Nix is not going to be easily replaced. Sean Payton came back during the press conference and he was like really trying to put confidence in Jarrett Stidham. And he's like, he'll be ready to play. But I'm just like, there's no way. Like, quarterback is the biggest position where you need continuity. And if Jarrett Stidham's out there last week, Buffalo's going on this week to play New England.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For
so
sure.
I don't buy that at all. My heart will be with Denver still. I told you early this year, I'm adopting Denver as my AFC team. And my guy
Mm-hmm.
rode it till the wheels fell off, but damn it, the wheels
But
fell
wheels fell
off.
I think I saw a meme somewhere where they were like, how crazy would it be to that if Denver just all of a sudden, hey, you know what? Let's get Tom Brady back in here, play against his old team.
Boy, when he's playing New England's defense, they're going to wear him out. I don't know, man. I see Drake May just kind of doing his thing and making it to a Super Bowl this year, but
for sure,
not due to a lack of effort by Denver.
Teams. I've watched both teams play, and I honestly do think that the Broncos have a phenomenal defense, a phenomenal special teams. They always have the edge when it comes to that. Their offense is pretty good, but I think it revolved a lot around Bo Nix. For New England, their running game is solid. Again, like you just said, Drake May has been playing outside of his mind. The dude has been playing lights out, and he has the hotter hand right now. So out of all the quarterbacks right now that are left competing to get a chance to go play in the Super Bowl, he looks the best out of all of them. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not taking anything away from Matthew Stafford because Matthew Stafford has been there before. He's been to the show as well. So he's the most seasoned quarterback. But as far as the cleaner play, the hotter hand right now, Drake May has just been playing phenomenal, out of his mind phenomenal. So I like New England to also win that game. So it looks like, again, we're back to just splitting one game. We're splitting the NFC championship. And we're going with the same team on the AFC. So we'll see, man. We will definitely see after this weekend.
We shall see.